Hello guys, now we'll study the class 9th NCERT Democratic Politics chapter 5th topic, right in the Indian Constitution. Okay, in India, like most other democracies in the world, these rights are mentioned in the Constitution. Okay, so like other democratic countries, the rights are written in the some rule book. Same in India, these rights are written in the some rule book that is known as constitution. Some rights which are fundamental to our life are given in a special status. Okay, so what it's saying कि there are some rights which giving a special status and that are very fundamental, means बोला जाता है कि उनका रहना बहुत ज़रूरी है हमारे लिए, तो वो उन्हें हम फंडामेंटल राइट बोलते हैं. दे आर कॉल्ड द फंडामेंटल राइट्स. वी हैव ऑलरेडी रेड इन चैप्टर 2 द preamble to our constitution. It talks about the securing for all its citizens equality, liberty and justice. Fundamental rights put this promise into effect. So basically जब हम चैप्टर 2 के में पढ़ रहे थे वहाँ पे हमने preamble को रीड किया था. हमने preamble के बारे में पढ़ा था कि preamble जो है वो हमें क्या बोलता है. जैसे कि हमने देखा था preamble जो है हमारा सोल फॉर्म है, ठीक है, और एक ऐसा चीज़ है जिसने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को पूरी चीज़ों को सम अप कर दिया है. उसने हमारे लाइक इक्वालिटी की बात की है, लिबर्टी, जस्टिस, ये सारी चीज़ों की बात की है. फंडामेंटल राइट्स पुट दिस प्रॉमिस इनटू इफेक्ट. तो बेसिकली जो प्रेम्बल ने बात की है उसको पूरा करने के लिए फंडामेंटल राइट्स का दिया गया हमें कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में. दे आर एन इम्पॉर्टेंट बेसिक फीचर्स ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. सो व्हाट इट्स सेइंग कि फंडामेंटल जो है राइट हमारा फंडामेंटल राइट जो हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में है ये बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट और बेसिक फीचर्स हैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का. लाइक हमने देखा था वहाँ पे कि जब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के बारे में बात कर रहे थे तो कि वहाँ पे क्या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की कुछ चीज़ों को अमेंड किया जा सकता है, रिमूव किया जाता है. तो वहाँ पे हमने देखा था कि अगर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का कोई चीज़ बेसिक फीचर्स में आता है तो दैट कैन बी ओनली अमेंड. तो हियर फंडामेंटल राइट इज़ अ part of basic feature. Now everyone knows that the rich can have a better lawyers in the courts. What is the point talking about the equality before law? See, we when we are talking about the equality before law, okay, if a richer people there is a like some case between the rich people and the poor people, then what will be happen? Even though the rich people is hiring the like good lawyers and the lawyers which is in the top list, okay, who always won the cases, but the poor people hiring the very common person or not much known lawyer. So what will be happen, how you can maintain the equality before law here? So basically it does not matter who is the lawyer, it does only matter that both people have a right to come in the court and their lawyers to keep their views. So this is the only equality before law. You already know our constitution provide for 6 fundamental rights. Can you recall this? Okay, so you might be studying in the previous classes, okay, previous chapters, that what are the fundamental rights. Okay, so basically can you recall it? Okay, now what exactly can do this thing mean for an ordinary citizen? Let us look at this one by one. So basically how does the fundamental things or fundamental rights means to the average citizen? We will study it one by one. Now this is just a diagram which is little bit interesting also and very easy to remember. See, right to constitutional remedies, okay, right to equality, right to freedom, these are the fundamental rights. Right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational right. So we will talk of individual. First is right to equality. It means everyone in a country have a equal right. Okay, suppose if you belong from the lower class, you have a right to go to the temple. If people belong from the higher class, they also have a right to go to the temple. Temple, there cannot be the partiality between the higher class society and the lower class society. So equality is given. Equality is also given in another field like education field, women's equality, all this. Now right to freedom. So what does the right to freedom spell? Right to freedom basically spell that ki you have a right to live your life freely. Means if you're walking on the road, no one has a right to stop that this is a our high class society, don't come there. Everyone has a equal right to live their life in freedomly way. Now right against exploitation. What is the next right against exploitation? See, you might be heard about the child labor, okay, and some other activities. If there is any such exploitation is happening in your society, you can just go to the court and file the PIL that these things are happening. If there is any kind of exploitation to the women's, to the girls, to the child, okay, to the any people, then that person has a right to go to the court. Now, right to freedom of religion. So what is the next right? Next right is a right to freedom of religion. Freedom of religion means, see, if you A belong from the Muslim class and B belong from the Hindu class, okay, A have a right to live their life according to their religion, B also have a right to live their life according to religion, and no one can force them to live the life according to their religion. I mean, if A belongs from the Muslim class family, although, but A does not want to follow the Muslim religion, but no one can force them that you are Muslim people and you have to follow this religion. So this is basically right to freedom of religion. Now, cultural and educational rights. Okay, cultural and educational rights. See, what are the culture in we all know India is such a diverse country where where numbers of religions, peoples are different religions are living here. Okay, and they have different tradition, they have a different culture. If we talk about the South Indian people, if we talk about the northern people, so both of them are culturally very different. Okay, so this they have a right to follow the culture. See, if talking about the we Hindu people are celebrating the Holi, Diwali, all this thing, but the Muslim people celebrates Eid. So everyone's have right to the follow their culture. Now, educational right. What is the educational right? Being a citizen of India, being a person, everyone has right to study. Okay, no one can force that you cannot go to the school. Like if we are talking about the some previous chapters, we saw that there was a person who was going to the school. Okay, but what happened, that person belongs to the low class family. So basically that headmaster took him to clean the schools, and he took him to clean the school till the 2 to 4 days. Okay, and the headmaster basically does not allow him to sit the class. Even the sometimes that person sit to the class, that too also in the last row or some last bench. So basically the no one focused on that student, that even though that student was a bright student. So basically what happened at that time, so when he was sweeping at ground, when he was cleaning the ground, his father came and he took him and told to the teacher that this is our right, we have a right, we have right to we have right to education. Means our child cannot, you cannot partialate or you cannot bias for him. You have he or have a right to study here. And what he told at the last moment, like he belongs to the some Dalit class family. Okay, but I challenge you, there will be thousands of people who belong to Dalit class family, they will come to this same school and they will study. So how this person has got so much power to speak? Because that power is given by our constitution. That's why we called as a powerful country and great and democratic country, because everything is mentioned in our constitution. Every right is given in the constitution, so that every people in India can live their life happily. So basically till now what we were talking the rights in the Indian constitution. So basically here what are the things we understand? We first of all understand what is the meaning of rights. Okay, this we have already studied in the previous like paragraph. So basically right means लाइक आप कुछ उसे फोर्स कर सकते हो, ठीक है, तो बेसिकली वो एक राइट डायरेक्शन में होता रहना चाहिए, ठीक है. हियर वी विल जस्ट गो थ्रू द डेफिनेशन ऑफ राइट्स. हियर इज जस्ट गिवन. या rights are reasonable claims of a person recognized by society and sanctioned by law. Here you can see the definition of rights. How, what are the definition of rights? कि rights जो भी होना चाहिए वो एक reasonable होना चाहिए, ठीक है, किसी भी इंसान के द्वारा जो सोसाइटी उसे रिकॉग्नाइज करे और लॉ उसे सैंक्शन करे. जैसे कि मैं बोलूँ कि आप ये बोलोगे कि मुझे पबजी खेलना मेरा राइट है, दैट इज़ नॉट एग्जैक्टली द राइट. सी दैट इज़ नॉट टू दिस रिकॉग्नाइज बाय द सोसाइटी, बट सी education is your right. Okay, and following the culture is your right, following the religion is your right, everything is right, that includes. So basically first of all we understand here about the what is the right. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट हमने क्या समझा इसके में कि जो राइट है हमारे संविधान में, लाइक इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में राइट को कैसे डिफाइन किया गया है और क्या ये राइट सबको दिया गया है या नहीं दिया गया. तो बेसिकली वी अंडरस्टैंड कि हमारा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है बेसिकली हमें 6 राइट्स देता है और ये राइट्स को फंडामेंटल राइट्स बोला जाता है. एंड फंडामेंटल राइट्स मीन्स दिस आर द बेसिक फंडामेंटल टर्म्स यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड. दिस आर मूल जो राइट्स होते हैं वो है, और इस राइट्स को कोई हटा नहीं सकता। इवन दे आर द बेसिक पार्ट ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, मीन्स इसमें अमेंडमेंट हो सकते हैं पर इसे डिलीट नहीं किया जा सकता। So I hope you understand here rights in the Indian constitution. Okay, and we will come to the next class with the